Hi, welcome everyone. This is Matt Honstein. I'm joined by David St. Louis, and we are host today for tonight's festivities. We're coming in here at the intermission between the third quarter and fourth quarter of the JV game between the Fostoria Redmen and the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes. Right? The score is 31-12 with the Tornadoes leading after three quarters. David, are you ready for this today?
I mean, I think we're excited for a good crowd tonight, and obviously a lot of excitement around this team here. I think we're all looking forward to seeing what they can do to finish up this year, and we'll look forward to get going with senior night here in a little bit.
To give some background, the Fostoria Redmen are 19-1 with their best season to date, narrowing out the 2003-2004 squad that was 18-5. Like David said, tonight is senior night, so once the JV game is over with, we'll cut directly to that.
So we're going to get a little warmed up here with a little bit of the commentary here with the girls JV game here. We got Columbian bringing the ball up, left to right here from the scoreboard. Steal by Titus here, going the other way for Fostoria on the right side.
Let's see if Fostoria here can put a couple points on the board, close this gap. They looked a little tired towards the end of the third quarter. Hopefully that timeout or that end of quarter helped them out there.
Yep. Titus won the attempt there, gets blocked, knocked out of bounds, baseline for Fostoria. Pass here to Williams, Elijah Williams. Out to Titus for three. A little short rebound to Columbian. And we're going the other way here.
Tornadoes bring the ball up to midcourt here, into the elbow. Maybe looking for a handoff there. She drives to her right. Ball goes out of bounds.
So, I mean, this has been a pretty physical game. For the most part, we've seen a lot of back and forth. I think that we're definitely starting to see some movement here towards the end of a little bit more from the Fostoria side as they're trying to run this offense. Screen to the right here. Back to Titus out top. Screen by Ferguson. Out to Williams from deep. And it's good.
That's just what the doctor ordered on that one. They needed that point. Maybe again, score some more.
Fostoria is still running a full court press, and Columbia breaks it with an attempt at a layup here, but it's no good. We got an offensive rebound tied up, and we're going to Fostoria.
David, I don't know. They might have to start pulling off that press. It's not like it's really doing much for them, but maybe they can start getting some turnovers out of it.
And they definitely look like they're pushing up on the press to try and get some pressure on the inbounds, but once that inbound is coming in so far, they've not been real successful at keeping it from getting to the backcourt.
Amira Johnson bringing the ball up the right sideline here. Tasia Jones spots up from the elbow. Gets her own rebound.
All right. We'll tie up out to Titus here on the wing. Williams in the corner here. Kicks it back in. Turnover. Back to Columbian. Columbian on the break here. Into a trap, though, by Fostoria here. And we're resetting here on offense for Columbian. Got a little dribble handoff here and a little jumper. And from the right side, Columbian is good.
That's a nice little shot coming off that little curl. Fostoria turns it over on their own half. Columbian attacking the basket now. Well, push shot.
And rebound by Ferguson. The pass up is tipped. Williams picks it up, looks inside, and decides to reset it up top. Titus with the ball to the right. Over to Johnson, and
trying to get Tasia Jones into the post with that ball.
The inside pass tipped and stolen. Ferguson to the rack, and is fouled on the layup there. So she'll shoot two here with 4:32 to go here in the fourth quarter.
That's good energy so far from the Redmen. After looking a little ragged there towards the end of the third.
Definitely looking a little tired.
Oh, they did not call this a shooting foul. Called this on the floor.
Nope. Back to it. We are lining up. Going to get two shots here.
Avery Teal checking into the game for Tasia Jones. They are shooting two.
The Columbian team's a pretty big team tonight. They definitely have the size on our girls a little bit here, so they've definitely been a little bit aggressive on the boards, and we've kind of had to fight for everything.
And Ferguson with the make. And scored a 33-16.
And another one good there from Ferguson. So back into the press for Fostoria.
Press here. Looking for the trap.
Trap right away on the inbounds. And broke right through. And Columbian on the break here.
3-on-1.
Inside pass tipped.
Amira Johnson with a nice play to stop that fast break.
Good recovery there. And definitely looks like the hands have been really active in terms of just trying to get in the way of all the passes tonight. So that's been really good.
That's good hustle getting back there.
Baseline jumper no good. Rebound by Teal.
Johnson pushing the ball. Sloppy pass there. Ferguson did not know it was coming at her.
And break for Columbian leads to a layup from the left side there. Quick pass ahead by Fostoria with a good play. But a misplay there by Williams. And a foul coming off the rebound, and it's going back to Columbian. .355 to go here in the fourth. Columbian inbounds.
Fostoria setting up the press again. Looks like they're trying to get him in the corner.
Tried to take the top off there and did a pretty good job getting a long inbounds pass and allowed them to break the press again pretty easily.
Ferguson gets her hand on the ball there, but does make contact with the hand. The Tornadoes will shoot two. Number 20, Marissa Allen for the Tornadoes misses the front end of the set of free throws.
Checking in here, Haley Giltz for Columbian.
Good on the second.
And we got another press here from Columbian as Fostoria breaks the press, pass to the side, Teal with the layup blocked, gets her own rebound, and tries to unload the pass. Tipped and turned over Columbian again on the break. And dribble was knocked away by Titus there.
That's really good defense by Chaslin after the looked like a straightaway shot for the layup, but we were able to get him to get the side out here, the baseline out.
Chloe Heyman checking in now for the Tornadoes. 3:34 to go here on the clock. Columbian with the ball out of bounds baseline, and Titus with the foul. A little bit too physical there on the drive, and
no, she's got to move her feet, get in front of her, cut off the baseline.
And we're lining up. Looks like we're on the bonus here. So
that's Mia Zeiss attempting in the 1-for-1. It would appear. Misses the front end.
Rebound to Ferguson, and looking to run here for Fostoria again. Slows down for a second over to Jones. Jones lines up a triple. No good. Rebound to Ferguson. Ferguson inside, and with the foul on the putback attempt there, and she'll be shooting two more for Fostoria.
That is a great hustle there by Ferguson, running in there, getting that loose ball off the board.
.320 to go here. Like we said, that's 5 on Columbian, so first one's good from Ferguson. That's 36-18 now, Columbian with the lead.
Looks like we have a lane violation here against Fostoria. Looks like someone must have stepped in. Don't know who.
Columbian with the ball coming in. Fostoria again with the press. Again,
they go for the trap.
And again, just a little bit too physical there.
The foul on Titus. The Tornadoes will be shooting 1-1 as that was the 8th team foul for Fostoria. Looked like they were trying to set the trap here in the far corner, but Columbian was able to split it.
First one good for Mia Zeiss at Columbian there. Making it 37-18 Columbian.
A high arcing free throw attempt falls. Two for two. Extends the lead, 38-18. Jones brings the ball up court. Ferguson looking to drop the ball down into the paint. Premier Johnson loses out of bounds. Fostoria will retain possession. We get the baseline out of bounds here from the corner. Ferguson with a deep three. Chaz and Titus with the rebound.
Kicks it back out, gets it back, and takes a shot here. Board by Ferguson. Pass to Teal, tipped away. It stays with Fostoria. Titus to inbound. Oh, pass straight into Jones in the post. Goes up, gets blocked on the shot attempt, and the ball gets knocked away, and Columbians on the break again. Pass ahead, gets kicked back out. And we've got a jump ball. This one's going to Columbia.
Looks like Ferguson just crowded her there as she went up for the jump shot and just took the ball away.
2:39 to go here. It's 38-18 Columbian. Columbia moving the ball around. Gets an inside look here, and it drops. It's hit the 40-18 Columbian. As Fostoria brings the ball up. Pass goes up to Ferguson. Ferguson takes it inside.
Strong drive into the paint.
Strong take. Just gets knocked back a little bit there. And misses on that one. A board to Fostoria. Gets another shot. And a loose ball rebound here. Back to Fostoria once again. And a bucket there by Johnson.
That's a good possession for Fostoria. Miss a couple shots, but get those rebounds, put it back in the cup. Looks like the crowd wanted a walk there.
On the break there, pulled up and got a pass across the lane and a quick bucket there for Columbian. Pushes to 42-20 Columbian here with 1:40 to go. Johnson on the drive here into the lane.
Really takes a hit from the number 42, Mariah Kistler. Amira Johnson will shoot two after taking a contact on the layup attempt. Misses the front end.
Skylar Beebe checking in for Fostoria here as Titus takes the seat. One more for Johnson at the line here. And it's good. 42-21 Columbian here with 1:38 to go. Fostoria again with the press. And a long pass for Columbian goes too far, and it's out of bounds. Ball back to Fostoria.
So sometimes you just play with that press. It really speeds up the other team, gets them out of their flow, regardless of whether you put pressure on them or not. Sometimes they just go too fast. Like that, sometimes they get caught in that situation here.
And there's no question. A team that's got good execution there, you can really start to move them along. And they'll take the first shot they get because they feel like it might be a good one, but they can do better. Oh, offensive rebound there by BB with the shot. Almost goes in. Just comes out. Loose ball rebound. The Teal gets knocked out of bounds, and ball stays with Fostoria.
Took a lot of contact there falling down. Looked like her glasses were about to fall off, but she hung on to him.
Fostoria on the baseline out of bounds here. Ball into Jones in the corner. She drives, kick to Teal. Ball back into Jones in the post, kicks it out to Ferguson for three, and banks it home. 42-24 now, Columbia.
That was a really good half-court possession there. They moved the ball, drove, kick, a nice open shot with Ferguson.
And a pass inbounds here on the trap. Got Columbian kind of falling over. She didn't have possession, and Ferguson tips it away but can't get possession. So they both go to the ground. And 41 seconds to go here Columbian with the ball up 42-24.
I know what the score is, but I do really like Fostoria's effort here to close the fourth quarter.
This has definitely been a great quarter for them in terms of the rest of the game. The effort's been there after they looked really tired in the third, and they've made a great effort here to lay off on defense and just be a problem on that press. This shot here with Columbia.
Jones leading the fast break, dumps it off to Amir Johnson. A little bit of a wild shot there, but it'll be Tornado's ball coming out.
A little bit of contact, ball hits the stanchion, and we're headed the other way for Columbia.
We got about 14 seconds left.
Columbian here dribbling it out. As we said, as soon as this game is over, we're going to start our senior night festivities. So we'll be switching over the feed, and after that, we'll get you lined up and ready to go. But that's the end of this one. 42 Columbians, 24 Fostoria in a girls JV game tonight.
We will come right back to you after senior night festivities. So watch those, enjoy, and we'll be back here shortly.
UNOH for her associates in legal assistant, then to a police academy to become an officer so that she can better the community and system one step at a time. Alina would like to thank her mom for always making a way for her and her sisters, even when it wasn't easy all by herself, as well as her family and friends. Alina Williams. Next, we have Ella Gross. Ella Gross is the daughter of Paul and Emily Gross. She has participated in tennis, basketball, track, and band. Her future plans include to get a journeyman card for electricity through an apprenticeship. Ella would like to thank her parents and coaches and Chaslin as well for pushing her to be the best that she can be. Ella Gross. Next, we have Jenna Johnson. Jenna is the daughter of Jody Palmer. Tonight, she is escorted by her mom and her sister, Christina. Jenna has participated in tennis, track, and basketball. Her future plans include going to college to become a PE teacher and hopefully becoming a personal trainer as a side job. She would like to thank all of her coaches, Coach Tucker, Coach Loomis, Anez, Wonderly, Munoz, Miller, and Coach Wiz. They made her the player she is today and pushed her to her absolute limits. She would like to thank her mom for always believing in her and giving her the support that she has always needed, and just giving her the ability and motivation to do better and work harder. She would also like to thank her sister for pushing her limits and supporting her the best that she can. She would also like to thank her best friends, Barry, Nancy, and Alicia for always picking her up on a bad day and making her laugh when she is in the worst mood ever. She would also like to thank her girlfriend Rachel. Even though she lives 500 miles away, she's been her biggest support system. Jenna Johnson. Next we have Ariana Overton. Ariana is the daughter of Amanda James and Gary Overton. She has participated in tennis, track, and basketball. Her future plans include finishing her AIT for the Army, then going to college for criminology, and playing college basketball. Ariana would like to thank all of her coaches, Coach Tucker, Coach Loomis, Anez, Bauman, Wonderly, Munoz, Marco, Miller, and Coach Vince. Each and every coach she's had has made an impact on her, and she hopes that she's made an impact on them. She would also like to thank her family for coming to every one of her games and supporting her over the years. Special shout out to Jenna and Alicia for making her basketball career so enjoyable. She couldn't have done it without them. Ariana has a favorite memory, which is when we have Gary's kumbaya in the locker room to have good conversations with everyone. She loves putting smiles on people's faces and making anyone laugh when they are in. Ariana Overton. Congratulations, seniors. Thank you for all of the hard work you've given us over the years and all the enjoyment for watching you play. Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you watched the senior highlights there. Very moving. A lot of those students Dave and I have had in class, so it was nice to see them be honored in such a way. A lot of gifts, a lot of hugs, maybe some tears. Maybe those will wait till after the game. I'm not quite sure. David, what did you think of all that?
Well, it's a great celebration tonight for those seniors who put in work over this course, and it's a pretty cool moment for all those seniors at the end of their career. So, good things.
Yeah, we looks like the hurricanes, the other weather feature, but we're dealing with the tornadoes, not the hurricanes. Those hurricanes play in Miami. These ones play in Tiffin. Tornadoes come out and do their warm-up. Looks like we're waiting on Fostoria's basketball team to come out and warm up, but really expecting a good game today. Tiffin, a bigger school. In Fostoria's last game, they played Old Fort and had a nice victory in that game.
And obviously, if you've paid attention this season, you know that Fostoria's on a bit of a run with their record now up to 19-1. And the game last night in Old Fort definitely going to test their legs tonight on this back-to-back. It's been a lot of games these past 2 weeks in a short amount of time. So definitely going to have to kind of work through that and get loose a little early tonight and hopefully take care of business and get it done tonight.
Yeah, that's tough on the young athletes playing all these games, especially a back-to-back earlier in the week. It's one thing you play a Friday and a Saturday, but a Monday and a Tuesday, that's tough on these girls. With a win, a 48-26 win against Old Fort. In that game, Jenna Johnson had 19 points, 9 steals, and 5 assists. Maja Poole had 10 points. Lyric Johnson had 8 points and 7 rebounds. Garyana Overton with 4 blocks and 10 rebounds. We should note that Garyana Overton is 3 blocks away from tying the all-time mark at the school. And if she gets her 4th block, she will set the mark in this last home game of her high school career. So we're hoping for that tonight. And also in that game, Carmen Williams chipped in 7 rebounds.
And last night, for those of us who are just checking box scores, we did not see our three-point sharpshooter Alicia Middlebrooks play. So it was a great night for the girls to get out there and get a chance to kind of spread their wings a little bit in the offense and kind of see what they can do a little bit and test themselves as they kind of get ready for the postseason here. Give a little bit more responsibility as they get into games that mean more and more as we get closer to the end of the season. So it's a good one to get a big win on the on the eve of their final home game here. So.
Yeah, David, you make a great point. Playing without your best player or quote-unquote best player, the all-time leader in made threes in Fostoria school history, really to get a sense of kind of where they're at as a team, and it's other girls can step up and see how they play. I think that was really important for them.
Yeah, and I think looking at this team, they're so sharp defensively that they are ready to kind of step up in all those situations. They have hung their hat this year on, obviously they've scored well, but their defense has really been one thing that kind of has gone not as heralded by some people looking at record books. We can see that obviously with Overton's blocks record here that she might be getting tonight and claiming, and obviously they are forcing a lot of turnovers this year, and that's been a big thing for them to set the tone early on defense.
And the Redmen take the court, getting into their layup lines. The Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes are coming off a 59-26 win over Vermillion. This is their second to last game. They finished the season with a home game against Clyde. We will point out that obviously this is not a league game for the Redmen, but their final league game is on Thursday against Otsego. And if they win that game, they can share the NBC crown. Now, it all depends on Woodmore, who they split the season with, who's also 12-1 in the league, and Woodmore plays Eastwood on the same day. So if Fostoria wins, they clinch a share of the NBC crown. So that's really something to look forward to, Dave.
Yeah, not just a every now and then event here in Fostoria. This would be the first one on the girls' side for the basketball team. So a very historic season, and hoping to take care of business tonight so they can turn their focus to that final game against Otsego and sew up that title. I think the Woodmore was a strong opponent for them. Took them to overtime in that first game earlier this year, and only lost this season. And Fostoria was ready when they avenged that later on. And so finishing this year in the conference with just that one loss, and the one they and definitely a fitting titleist here for this squad of girls from Fostoria.
There's definitely a lot of mojo with this team going on this year, a lot of straight wins, a lot of positive support amongst the student body in the school. Definitely, we got a lot of students here tonight, and it's really awesome that the school has really rallied around this team. And it's, after been teaching here for a while, it's really good to see that. And I think we're just looking forward, no matter what happens at the end of this year, for that to carry on into the future years at this school, really rallying around the sports teams here.
Definitely. And if you can't see here, it is pink night. It is wear pink tonight for the team, and the student section got the memo. They are decked out and ready to go. It's been one thing that the kids have really celebrated. Both boys and girls teams here at the school, when they're successful, they really get up and get excited for it, and so that's been really good. The boys team here in full force to celebrate the girls team tonight in their last home game. The boys team will have their final home game here next Monday, and we will be back on the mic for that event as well.
All right, it looks like our sideline reporter, Mazzy Hamilton, has a guest with her over on the baseline. So let's go over to Mazzy.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm here with Amanda James, mother of Garyana Overton. How are we feeling about tonight, senior night? It's a big night. I am so excited, and I'm looking forward to Garyana attempting to break her all-time history record for blocks. She needs 4 more to tie it, 5 more to break it. But I'm also sad because it's an end to an era, and these girls are wonderful and so much fun to watch. That's very exciting. So how have you felt over the years? This is like big senior night, and she played for how many years? She has played since she was about 4 years old. She started out at the Y playing with all boys, and then she progressed playing with the girls. She's played all year long since junior high between AAU, school ball, and fall ball. And I am just so excited for them, but I'm very sad that it's coming to an end. It is very sad indeed. I'm also very excited for the game tonight. I think it's going to go really, really well. And I really do hope Garyana breaks that record. That'd be really cool, especially since Alicia broke one of the records already this year. And so did Jenna Johnson. So we've got Alicia, Jenna, Garyana, and the team for the most wins in a season. Super exciting. All right, let's go watch for win number 20. So exciting. Okay, now we're going to go back to Matt and David.
All right, what a great report from the sideline there from our sideline correspondent, Mazzy. We will cut back to her at different moments during the game as we kind of get some new and different interviews from parents and students alike. So that's great work by her. And let's talk about some of the players today. Tiffin Columbian comes into today's game with a 9-11 record, 3-8 in the SBC Lake Division. Their leading scorers are number 30 Dallas Poole and number 4 Mackenzie Davis.
Yeah, and they, obviously, when we're looking at the stats here, they are a team that gets their points efficiently from the paint. They've got Poole shooting 52%, 53% from inside the arc, and the same with Lexi Smith. They're 2 double-digit scorers in the season. Poole and Smith both averaging 7 rebounds a game, but it's Mackenzie Davis and Poole are also averaging almost 5 steals a game for them. So look for them to have a lot of ball pressure and look to trap and see how that goes today. I think Tiffin Columbian here being a close location for us. No matter what the records, when they're coming in here, they know they're just down the road, and they like to make sure they send the message here. So I think we'll definitely see a physical and heated game here as we get going.
Definitely, this will be a good matchup for both teams. It looks like our sideline reporter Mazzy has another interview set up. So let's go ahead and cut back to Mazzy. Looks like she has a student this time.
So I'm here with Alexia Coleman. And Lexi is best friends with two of the seniors on the team tonight. How are you feeling about that? They're celebrating their senior night tonight. I'm so happy for them, and I'm sad and excited. It's just so great. How do you think the game's going to go? I think they're going to crush Columbian. That's very exciting. Whoa. Okay, I'm done with this review. Oh my god. Okay, now.
All right, nice little report there. Looks like Mazzy interviewed a fellow senior, Lexi Coleman, on the sideline, a stalwart of these ladies basketball games. Right now we're being cheered at by, it looks like, a young man in a bunny suit of some sort.
He looks like a pink nightmare.
Oh, a pink nightmare for sure. He will certainly haunt my dreams, I'm sure.
Oh, man. All right, let's get over and talk about the Red Men here for a second. 3 double-digit scores on the season, and they definitely have some known quantities here from distance, but they're getting it done from all different spots in the court here with these 3.
Yeah, definitely. First off, let's shout out to Alicia Middlebrooks, the sophomore, the career leader in made threes. She's shooting about 33% from beyond the arc, and the team really looks to get her the ball where she can shoot it. And she's a dead-eye shooter. I know defensive really tuned their game plan to shut her out. So let's see her coming off of a game where she did not play, that how she looks and how she moves on the court. Then we go to another double-digit scorer, Gary Overton, averaging 10.8 points a game. Now, she's really a force inside. She averages over 2 blocks per game, and we'll look to see her long arms really disrupt what's going on for the Tornadoes. Then we move on to Lyric Johnson, averaging 12.9 points a game, the sophomore forward. And she kind of is the versatile player. She shoots, she goes inside, she rebounds, she blocks. So she's really the Swiss Army knife for this team.
Yeah, and this group really does a little bit of everything. You know, like when we talk about the fact that Overton's averaging about 6 boards a game, Johnson averaging about 6.4 boards a game, and even Jenna Johnson and Middlebrooks are getting about 4 boards a game. Like they're all crashing the glass. They're all doing a good job getting in there and making sure that they can get the ball and get moving on that defensive side. Now, the leader here, our number 2 assist all time here at the school is Jenna Johnson. And she kind of makes the whole thing work. If we look at the list here, she's really just slowly moving up the list and really just does a good job distributing the ball, averaging about 5 assists a game. Just a really steady hand with the ball to get everybody in some good looks and keep this offense moving.
Yeah, she has 12 10-plus assists game, and she has 221 total assists, and that's her second all-time. She recently passed the 1,000-point score of Veronica Wonderly. So that's really nice for her.
And definitely one of the things that they, obviously looking at a team that has Johnson to kind of guide them and then 3 10-point scorers, you've really got a lot of options. You're just needing to move the ball and run an efficient offense. And Coach Craig Mintz has done an incredible job here getting this group together. And, obviously this is the season they're having, but, in the last couple years, slowly stepping up and becoming a slowly increasingly good team as we've built here in Fostoria.
Yeah, this is a team that has a few seniors. This is a team that has a lot of young sophomores. It's basically just seniors, a junior, and a lot of sophomores, so a lot of good mix there. So we know when these seniors graduate, Coach Mintz will have a lot of players with a lot of playing time to fall back on. So that's really something to look forward to for the future of this program.
Looking out here as they're warming up, I mean, obviously both teams out here getting loose, and I think we're ready for an exciting game. Like we said, the student section, all pink, ready to roll, and we've got a pretty good crowd here for a game. We got about 2 minutes here until we got lineups and headed towards the opening tip. We're excited to have you guys here with us in Fostoria, Ohio, for the Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes and the Fostoria Redmen.
The crowd's really rolling in now. This should be a really nice environment for a good game. Like we mentioned earlier, a lot of excitement around this program. I know the social media has been very active promoting and getting guys and gals to come out and support their Redmond, and it's been really nice as a community to rally around this program. We will mention that Coach Craig Mintz is now 43-64 in his 5th season at Fostoria. And like we said, the Redmen are coming in at 19-1 and 12-1 in the NBC, and looking to get their 20th win on the season after today's matchup. Hey, good.
Fist bump with the referee. We're ready to go here, and I think it's a good atmosphere here. We're ready to get going, and we're glad you all have joined us here tonight. And let's get into it here.
We are rating the national anthem, so after this, we will start the game and get going.
Good evening. On behalf of the Fostoria City Schools and its athletic department, we would like to welcome you to Fostoria High School. Ladies and gentlemen, as a member school of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Fostoria High School welcomes you to this interscholastic contest between Fostoria High School and our visitors from Columbia High School. To honor America, please stand and join in the singing of our national anthem. And now introducing your Fostoria Lady Redmen. Your non-starters. by Johnson. Sophomore number 12, Elijah Poole. Sophomore number 14, Jatasia Jones. Sophomore number 20, Alicia Williams. Senior number 23, Alina Williams. Junior number 30, Brianna Orbison. Junior number 33, Carmel Williams. And sophomore unable to play tonight, Cameron Kuchar. Now get on your feet for the starting lineup for Lady Red Men. Starting at guard, 5'3" senior, number 2, Hello Rose. Starting at forward, 6' senior, number 5, Overton. Starting at guard, 5'4" senior, number 10, Johnson. Starting at forward, 5'9" sophomore, number 11, Johnson. Starting at guard, 5'10" sophomore, number 13, Alicia Middlebrooks. Fostoria is coached by head coach Greg Mintz. He's assisted by Mike Miller.
Welcome back. After we had our starters announced for the visiting Tiffin Columbian Tornadoes, we have number 4, Mackenzie Davis, a senior. Number 10, Lexi Smith, also a senior. Number 12, Maggie Ranigan, a sophomore. Number 14, Gracie Chester, a senior. And number 30, Dallas Poole, a senior. Our starters for the Red Men. Number 2, a senior, Ella Brose. Number 5, a senior, Gariana Overton. Number 10, a senior, Jenna Johnson. Number 11, a sophomore, Lyric Johnson. And number 13, a sophomore, Alicia Middlebrooks. Gariana Overton and number 10, Lexi Smith, are jumping for the ball to start the game. Columbian wins the tip.
Moving around, they're moving the ball very quickly right away here. Columbian with a lot of ball movement. Skips the pass right over the top of the defense. Moving the ball right to left. And we got up top, they go right inside to Lexi Smith. Down to the corner. Chester, it's an early foul here. Jenna Johnson, number 1 here.
Fostoria has come out in what looks like a 2-1-2 zone with Overton playing both low and high, coming up to challenge.
And that makes sense. I mean, Columbian's numbers don't say that they are not an apt three-point shooting team. If they're just putting some ball pressure on and just kind of stopping them down low, it's going to be their priority tonight. Overton with the block.
That puts Overton 2 blocks away for tying the school record.
Out of bounds baseline here in Columbian. And a tip pass by Johnson. Just didn't get her feet back in bounds, and it's side out to Columbian here up top.
Looks like she just stepped outside of the parquet floor over there.
It's Lexi Smith getting it going here up top to Mackenzie Davis. And they're swinging there again, right to left up top. An attacking zone here.
Dallas Poole with the drive.
Another block by Overton. And it's another baseline out for Columbian.
Looks like we might have the startings of a little block party on the inside.
Overton very aggressive. Great pacing with how she steps up into those positions for those stops. Corner look here off the inbounds pass. A drive inside. Another block by Overton off that offensive rebound from Columbian. And we're moving it down court here. Johnson with the rebound up to Johnson.
trying to feed the ball in the paint to Overton. Turnover. Number 4, Mackenzie Davis bringing the ball up.
Over to Rannigan on the right, and guarded by Bros. And a steal by Jenna Johnson up top, now on the break.
1-on-2.
And the defensive board to Smith, Columbian coming back.
So Overton now is tied for the all-time lead in blocks here at Fostoria. One more will give her sole ownership of the record.
Really strong ball pressure here by Fostoria on top. Kind of making them kind of take their time here at Columbian and just look for an open look. And a pull here from deep, from Pole.
Off the mark.
To Middlebrooks, and then over to Johnson. And Fostoria's bringing it up. They got a trap right away. Oh. And Overton really ready for that block. And he's a little bit too aggressive and lands right on top.
A little over-eager there on the inside.
Of Mackenzie Davis, who will have 2 free throws here.
Wise move there on the little jump stop.
We are 2 minutes in, and it is 0-0 still on the scoreboard here.
Davis, a 44% free throw shooter, 28 of 63 on the year. Will shoot her second of the 2. Misses both. Overton with the rebound. Jenna Johnson bringing the ball up court. Kicks out to Middlebrooks. Overton at the top of the key.
And they got their zone breaking offense going here to kind of really make those Columbian girls run on this.
Overton with the right-handed attempt in the paint. Rebound, Gracie Chester for the.
That's just what you want from this offense, is really to get that look to Overton in the middle and then kick it back out to those shooters and take their time. And so they did a really nice job there. Got a good look and just couldn't get it to go. An inside pass for Columbian, and we got a loose ball. I think tipped again by Overton.
Johnson gets the rebound. Looks like she walked. Will carry the ball near the volleyball line.
And it's a really aggressive trap defense here from Columbian early. As soon as Fostoria is coming across that half-court line, they are 2 people right in their face. So we'll see how they adjust and can handle that going forward.
The Tornadoes are doing a very good job of slowing down the Fostoria transition. I think the key to this game is just limiting turnovers. Fostoria lives on turning the ball over defensively and pushing the ball in transition. So the Tornadoes will look to just maintain possession, work the ball, and get good quality shots.
And a miss from deep by Rannigan leads to Mackenzie Davis offensive board and putback, and it's 2-0 Columbian here with 4:40 to go.
Middlebrooks, deep 3 attempt. Rebound Johnson. Loose ball grab by number 12, Maggie Rannigan. Mackenzie Davis settles, sets up the offense, swings it to the left.
Columbian really just looking to slow it down here and run a real methodical offense. They can tell that with Fostoria in the zone that they're going to get those shots, but they're going to be ready. And it's a rebound by Johnson, by Lyric Johnson inside there on that miss.
Kicks out to Gross on the wing. Finds there Johnson wide open.
Inside from Johnson, the Lyric Johnson. Scrum inside with Bros going for the rebound, and it ends up going out of bounds. The ball will stay with Fostoria.
It looks like just one of those attempts where you're so wide open, you just kind of rush the shot and don't take your time with it.
Yep. And Fostoria's kind of been looking for they haven't had a lot of sets here in the half court, but they've looked for that open look, and they've done a good job being patient. Just like this one, a quick look to Overton, gets a foul inside, and she'll shoot 2.
And the best way to score points is when the clock is not running at the free throw line. During the play, number 22, Lydia Ridner, checked in for the Tornadoes. Overton misses the front end. She has a 44% free throw shooter on the year, 28 of 66 on the season.
Bros coming out there for Fostoria, Homer coming in. An offensive board there by Lyric Johnson.
Oh!
Just pops out. There's a lid on that rim right now.
That one looked That one looked halfway down and came out. That is not what you want to see from the home rims.
Fostoria still looking for their first scratch of the night here. Middlebrook's the inbounder. Over to Lyric Johnson. Went a fake on the handoff. A look inside. And it's a turnover over to Columbian.
Looked like Lyric was looking for a cutter there on the baseline as she drove in with her left.
Holman now up at the top of the zone.
Lexi Smith looking to kick out into paint, could not find an outlet. Turnover, Fostoria ball. Middlebrooks brings the ball up court down 0-2. Finds Johnson in the paint. Right-handed attempt, no good.
Board by Whitney and Ridner, and we're going the other way with Columbian. Oh, a long pass though, tipped off the hand of Kwani. And it's going to be Fostoria ball here.
Number 33, Karma Williams checks into the game.
And here we are, 3:11 to go in the first, and it's 2-0 tipping Columbian here.
Columbian looking to trap Middlebrooks near half court.
Fostoria just looks a little tight here as it's going to get going. You know, once they start getting a few shots to drop, I think they'll probably loosen up. But currently, it's just been a really physical game, and driving the lane there by Jenna Johnson just rims out again.
Yeah, Dave, when we have these pregame festivities, sometimes the kids seem to play a little tight. It just kind of takes a half or a quarter for that to run off and get them back in the flow.
Drive there by Dallas Pohl, just off the rim, and an offensive rebound ended up empty as well. So now Fostoria bringing it up again. Good cross-court pass there. One more look into the corner there for Holman. A dish inside and just misses it. And we're going the other way with Columbian there after just a wayward pass.
That was a nice look there by Jenna Johnson, driving hard into the paint, but misconnection. I think we might have just gotten the fourth block from Overton for sure. And if that is the fact, then she just went in for the lead for all-time blocks.
Another really good look there from Middlebrooks, just kind of getting some penetration into the painted area there, and just had a nice little floater just kind of rim out. So it's just kind of been all good looks here for Fostoria. They're doing what they want to do, but it's just not going down so far.
No.
Al Zaquani hitting from just outside the three-point line there for Columbian, and it is 5-0 Columbian here.
The 21% three-point shooter makes the basket.
Hey, and a give and go there from Holman to Jenna Johnson leads to a quick bucket for Fostoria.
And that's the basket they needed to get on the board.
There you go. Yeah.
In this low-scoring first quarter.
Good trap there leading to a Columbian timeout as they were having a little trouble with that press. So 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. Glad you guys have all joined us and have joined the broadcast tonight. Got a great crowd here for the Tiffin Columbian and Fostoria basketball game. Tiffin Columbian right now. We're still getting some good action, I think, on both ends. It's just, Fostoria is definitely setting the tone with their defense because they haven't translated that into offense so far. Just several missed shots.
They've had a lot of good looks in the paint. They just got to convert.
All right, Mackenzie Davis bringing it up here as they call out the offense here for Columbian. We've got Overton now at the top of the zone, so that's going to be a lot of different ball pressure there. Jenna Jones with the steal going the other way and finishes.
That's exactly what they needed to do. Work their defense. You don't like to see that, a foul 60 feet away from the basket.
2 for Jenna Johnson there, so now they got to kind of reset. And she's got to kind of control that to make sure she's got that under control here with 2 fouls early, still in the first quarter.
Looks like Amijah Poole, number 12, is checking in for Jenna Johnson, the sophomore.
Substitution number 3, Dallas Pohl.
Number 30, Dallas Poole, brings the ball up.
And they've done a good job so far keeping Pohl in check, as their highest scorer. She's not been a non-factor so far. Middlebrooks here with the steal up the Pohl pass and taking down the left side, pump fakes, and then kicks it back out to the corner for Holman. Has a good look from 3, but doesn't go down.
It seemed like Middlebrooks was a little bit tentative on that break and was really looking for someone to get it off to. Now Middlebrooks is coming off a game after missing with an illness, so she might be a little fatigued, maybe under the weather still.
Definitely. And she's got the job now of bringing the ball up here. They got their trap right here in the middle. Ball into Overton at the free throw line, and she's fouled on the way up, and we'll shoot 2 here again.
To have someone like Overton beat that zone by staying at the top of the key, that's really important. Just her length, she can catch it, she can kick it, or she can drive it. Now she's shooting 2.
And I think that's been the main thing here against this zone is they're trying to control Middlebrooks' ability to hit from outside by trapping high and kind of forcing the ball in. And that has slowed down Middlebrooks. She's only got 1 3 so far in this game. But in terms of the scoring, they've had several open looks in the paint because of that, and just haven't converted so far.
Yeah, you just got to fall in. Looks like we missed Brooklyn Holman checked in a few minutes ago, and now Lyric Johnson checks back into the game. Looks like Fostoria is setting up the half-court trap, and they forced the jump ball.
Ball over to Fostoria here, and with the inbounds pass here.
Mintz draws up out of the sideline out.
Good look there, tip pass, and just goes just out of Lyric's reach there in the post, and going the other way to Columbian. 5-5 here with 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tipping Columbian and Fostoria.
It's like Holman just kind of rushed that pass into the post, didn't wait on it enough.
I think it's been the case most of the game so far. A look by Dallas pulled from the outside there, but rims out. But they get the offensive rebound. Fostoria backs off, and that leads to a 3. Brannigan. 2 seconds, 1 second here.
And the 3 at the buzzer is no good. We enter the second quarter with our score, Fostoria 5 and the Tornadoes 8. Oh, David, that was a really physical first quarter. Not a great shooting quarter by either team, but still very close.
And I think that's what you'll see in a lot of these games where you feel like there's a lot of energy coming in from Columbian against a team that's this good and looks this good on paper so far this year. They're coming in a little tight because they're looking to give their best effort, and from Fostoria it's senior night, so they're just a little tight, because they know they got the fans here to watch, and so the passes have been a little sloppy. The movement with the ball has been solid, but a lot of tip passes, a lot of just missed looks that were open on both ends. So I think both teams are looking to clean that up and keep executing the way they have been to keep this game close, and we'll see how it goes here in the second quarter.
Yeah, in their last game against Old Fort, it was fairly close going into the third quarter, and Fostoria made, I believe, a 10-0 run and really stretched that out. So, you just got to find a rhythm, find a flow, and eventually that press is going to force those turnovers for them.
Looking over here at the chalkboard, Matt, they've got the Gary block count up over there in this student section. We're seeing maybe 4 right now, so Overton has definitely been active inside, denying the shooting that's been happening in the post, and so they really have so far limited them both inside, and that's been a big deal because this is not a very good outside shooting team.
No, and it looks like Overton just got walled off on that one, and the Tornadoes are able to score a nice layup in the paint.
And a bucket there by Lexi Smith. As Fostoria comes down, a pass to from Holman, gets tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay Fostoria ball on the baseline.
Really looks like the Tornadoes really trying to get that high trap right at half court, whoever brings the ball up. And it's causing some momentary confusion from the Redmen.
And a look outside here on the inbounds pass goes awry, and Columbian tries to grab it, but can't quite get a hold of it, and it's staying here with Fostoria.
Fostoria inbounds down 5-10. Poole will bring the ball up to midcourt. Looks like a loose ball foul on the Tornadoes. Maggie Rannigan with the foul.
And Fostoria really having trouble with this trap. They're not comfortable in it. It's making them rush like you talked about before. And so, the passes are there, the options are there, there's people open. They're just feeling rushed to make a play, and it's causing them some trouble here.
You really have to be patient when you're playing against a good, disciplined trap. The looks are going to be there. You just have to find the openings. You got to go where players are not.
Like we said, there's another challenge there for a ball, and Elijah just misses the steal and kind of falls over. We got a 3 out here from Mackenzie Davis that goes short. Ball comes to Holman for Fostoria, looking up to Lyric Johnson in the post, and just can't get it to go.
Lyric is just looking to find the bottom of that net in the post. She's had some really good looks so far, just has not been able to convert.
A nice fake inside there by Chester for Columbian, and Alicia Middlebrooks gets a hand on it and still gets up and knocked out of bounds, and we're going back to the Fostoria end here. Middlebrooks will take a seat for now. So the 5 for Fostoria is Holman and Poole, Carmen Williams, Dariana Overton, and Lyric Johnson right now. Hey! Elijah Poole gets a deep one from the corner. 10-8 now, Tiffin Columbian, and that kind of loosens up the fans, loosens up the team a little bit, and definitely gets Poole and with a grin on her face and ready to keep rolling here.
Yeah, that's a big shot for the Redmen. Let's see if they can work with that and find some mojo here.
Carmen Williams on defense there on the post, and they're really working to get some looks inside. And so far, they haven't had anybody able to finish. But another one from Maggie Rannigan outside makes it 13-8. Tiffin Columbian. Good looks in middles to Overton here. As Fostoria looks to just get into their half court again. And the ball is thrown away and going back to Columbia.
Columbia not, from what we're seeing, a good three-point shooting team, but they have, I think that's their 4-3 so far this game.
And like
they
we
found
said,
openings.
Yeah, like we said, that's not been their forte, but they know that if they're finding open looks, that's what they're going to have to take tonight. So they've been ready, and they've been ready to go. Obviously, with Columbia having a couple of people with high numbers of steals, they are obviously consistently getting ball pressure and making it difficult. So that's been consistent tonight, and Fostoria's really struggled with that. Missed shot there from Columbia, leads to a rebound by Carmen Williams, and over to the right side with the ball now for Fostoria.
Looks like Fostoria is trying to find an opening. Overton in the corner, drives baseline. Swings it to Bros. Lyric. Carmen Williams resets the offense at the top of the key.
And Fostoria, again, really struggling with these doubles and just ball movement in general. They're trying to throw good passes. They keep moving the ball, but they're struggling to find that open look that they want and get a good shot here. So a miss there from Fostoria, at least on the rebound, and we're going the other way with Columbian.
The Tornadoes have the ball up 13-8, and they're just been patient. Fostoria is really collapsing when they get the ball into the paint, and it's opening up the kick out around the three-point line. Looks like we're going to get an over-the-back call on Lyric Johnson here. Maybe a little over-aggressive, attacking the glass.
Tough battle for the rebound there. Johnson with the call against her, and access to her first, so they're doing okay there. 4:33 to go here in Fostoria, and it's Tiffin Columbian 13 and Fostoria 8. Baseline inbounds here from Columbia, and then back out to Poole again, who really hasn't got going yet. Steal inside on an inside pass. And a pass up front from Carmen Williams gets stolen by Columbian, and we're going the other way here. Mackenzie Smith with the ball up top. And a nice interior pass for Columbian leads to nothing, and a rebound for Carmen Williams.
Looks like she really felt the pressure there from Lyric Johnson on the block attempt.
Corner here, shot from Carmen Williams. No good. Columbian going the other way.
Maggie Rannigan with the travel around the arc. Number 20, Miriam Al-Zakwani checks into the game.
And we're interested to see how they do, because Rannigan, obviously with a couple of threes there, really was helping their offense quite a bit. So they're going to have to look for another source here. She was hitting a couple outside shots so far. Fostoria trying to move the ball again, finds an open look inside for Carmen Williams and gets the foul, but just barely doesn't finish, and they'll be back to the line here.
She can convert, but 2 shots at the stripe. I think they'll settle for that.
And they still look a little rushed, but the ball movement there was solid. That's what you want. Got an open look right there at the glass, and Williams just got to convert here at the line.
Williams misses the front end. Karma's shooting 57% from the free throw line this year. Misses the back end.
Misses both, but Overton with the offensive rebound, and another putback misses, and they go 0 for 3 on that possession, it looked like, before a loose ball by Columbia ends up knocking out of bounds, and we're headed once again back to Fostoria.
Just a lot of attempts in the paint and just not successful. Oh, a turnover, a costly turnover there off the side out.
An attempt there inside by Abby Felsky gets deflected, and loose ball ends up going to Fostoria here.
It's a good chance by Fostoria, not giving up a point after that turnover at midcourt.
Another look by Fostoria, just trying to move the ball around, just not comfortable still, and another turnover here. And Columbian slowly moving the ball up here with 3:08 to go in the second quarter. Tip pass by Karma Williams, not that of bounds. It'll stay here with Columbian.
Middlebrooks looking to check back in, along with number 12 Maggie Ranigan and number 14 Gracie Chester for the Tornadoes.
And they've got to feel great about how this game is going for them so far. I mean, honestly, try to be close here, to have this 5-point lead, 3 minutes to go in the first half here, and really have nobody from Fostoria really getting going, it looks like, on offense. But they struggled inside, to get buckets, but they've got just enough from the outside to keep them in the lead right now.
No, this is exactly what the Tornadoes wanted when they came in the game. Make the game ugly, dirty it up. And they've gotten lucky with Fostoria's bad interior shooting so far.
Yep, nice steal there by Middlebrooks on a cross-court pass, leading to a break for Fostoria, and that's kind of where it seems like they need to keep going. But they've got to finish on those players because they're struggling so far at the line.
Yeah, they need to see the ball go in the hoop. Maisha Poole, 50% free throw shooter. Misses the first one.
.248 to go now here.
Poole makes a second, cutting the lead to 4 at 9-13 with 2:45 left in the first half. The student section really bringing on the defense chant. Fostoria looking for a good end to this half. If they could somehow go into this half being tied or even up, that would be a huge win.
Nice steal here. A good steal there off an interior pass from Columbian, and Fostoria's going the other way, but they turn it over in transition just the same way. So
Johnson commits the foul.
So just got to manage that foul here. She's got 2:26 to go in the first half. Got to keep her safe here and make sure that she can get a full run in for the second half.
Both teams with 5 fouls. So not quite into the bonus just yet.
Another great deflection here by Fostoria. And going the other way. A nice in-look side. And Williams from the corner. Can't quite get it. Overton with a good board. Over the Poole. From way outside, folks. Oh, man, we were up the road in Bradner on that one. I'll tell you what. Poole, a big shot.
Poole with the shot from Bascom there. That's
there you go.
That one was.
Hey, that'll get the team going. And a scrum for a loose ball here with Overton knocking it away. And Johnson with the smart play, not getting a foul there on that shot attempt. Did just enough to kind of keep it. Instead of getting that foul, she deterred Columbian just enough. And Fostoria ends up with a loose ball after that foul. Down to just a 1-point game suddenly.
That's all they wanted it to be. After, they played very poorly in the first half, missed a lot of shots. Like I said, if they could somehow get the lead going into the half, I think that's huge. You want to take away all momentum that Columbian has when they open up the third, but that turnover is not going to help.
And it's a quick 2 there for Columbian off of just a lazy pass from Poole. She's kind of feeling a little frustration. And now same thing again, and right back, and 2 more for Columbian. Timeout for Fostoria to kind of stop the bleeding here. But that you can kind of see that's exactly what Columbian's waiting for. They're lulling you to sleep to get that opportunity.
Yep. They're setting up that walk-in trap at the just over half-court line and just looking to jump that pass back to the middle. Fostoria's got to adjust to that and maybe take that trailer and just run it right up the center court line to get it into the paint there. 2 straight turnovers by the Redmen, leading to 4 points for the Tornadoes.
And they're just being real careful right now. I mean, Poole is not their main point guard, so Jenna Johnson having 2 fouls has been a big issue so far, and Poole is just getting these minutes, which is really going to help her long term. But right now she's learning the hard way about how you got to become a very calm and collected point guard here to run an offense like this. So Columbian up 5 here with 1:17 to go in the first, and we'll see if they can make the adjustments here for Fostoria and just get it moving again.
Yeah, let's see what Coach Mintz draws up out of this timeout. Hopefully a counter to this half-court trap.
And a good job getting through that press, getting to Overton, and just slowing it down now. Middlebrook's out there to kind of help out. They looked back to Overton inside again, and it just wasn't there.
Overton with the block.
And a scrum inside. Couple shots up there for Columbia and ended up nothing, but they end up with another offensive rebound. Corner 3 for Columbian is no good. Rebound over here to Poole, and they're just moving the ball back and forth. Poole from the corner is no good, and another fight for the rebound. This is really just a really good offensive possession, leading to a 3 for Columbian.
Alsaquani with the 3-point attempt there.
About 3 offensive rebounds, and so just not rushing now for Fostoria, and back down Poole. He's trying to do a little bit too much right now. And it's another bucket there to push the lead to 10 here right before half. 10 seconds to go before half. Middlebrook's bringing it up. Watching for this trap. Just being careful. Poole from the corner. No good.
The 3.
And that's it for the first half.
And that'll take us to halftime. And it would appear that Tiffin went on an 8-0 run there to finish the first half. Definitely not what the Fostoria girls wanted.
No, I mean, just dealing with the press. I think that in the second half when we get Johnson back in, and you'll kind of see Fostoria trying to manage that half court a little bit better, move the ball, find some open shots, deal with that zone a little bit better for sure, and get Middlebrooks and Overton a couple more looks, and even Lyric Johnson inside when she's refocused there.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. And, Tiffin is playing a very disciplined zone trap. Fostoria is bringing the ball up, walking the ball up right into that trap, and they've just got to find a way to avoid that or find some easy leak outs. And they just cut those sloppy turnovers. It's one thing being aggressive and turning the ball over, but those open court turnovers, that's what they just can't have if they want to make up those 10 points that they're down.
And it's been nonstop action here. I mean, if you came for a good game, you got yourself a really good one here in the first half. It's been tight the whole way until this little run from Columbia and broke it open to 10 here. And obviously, you're kind of looking at this and kind of feel a little tense with Fostoria only having 12 points in this first half. But they're a team that can score. They're a team that can get back into it really quick. And, Poole with a couple threes there made a big difference. And if they get a couple more good looks and a couple of those shots that weren't falling in the first half to go down, they're going to be right back in this. So, I think for Fostoria, keeping in check the main scores they were looking to from Columbian has worked. They just got to make sure they're not being so passive again in that, bringing that ball up in the press. If they can get out in the run and avoid that press completely, that'll really help them a lot.
Yeah, the best way to defeat the zone press is just to beat the zone press. Get the ball up court, really move in transition, and get there before the defense can really set it up. Now, Columbian is doing exactly what they want to do, right? They've turned the ball over a little bit, but they've made shots that are there. They're attacking, they're kicking it out, and they've got a handful of threes from different ladies on the team. So that's really working for them.
Yeah. So. I think that they've been looking for open shots, and they've got those, and over the course of time, they're going to fall if they just keep getting them. So I think we are getting ready now to send it over to Mazzy Hamilton here. She's got a couple of our students here with us, and we're going to send it over to Mazzy.
All right, Mazzy.
Okay, I'm here with
Jeremy Jones, Caden Hutchins.
these two play a big part in our student section. How do you guys think the student section is going tonight?
I mean, it's pretty cool. We got more people than usual, but it's still pretty quiet than usual nights. I don't know what's going on for real.
Yeah, total, we're pretty packed, happy about that, but we just got to get it together, we're a little rusty right now.
And what is the theme for tonight, guys?
It's a pink out.
Do you guys have high hopes for this game? How do you think the game's going?
We're down 10 right now. I've seen glimpses and pieces of us pulling it together, but our girls are just playing it slow right now. They're not throwing many bounce passes, and they keep running straight into this half-court trap Tiffin got going on. But I believe in them.
If we were playing our game, the score would probably be like 100-22 right now. But obviously, we can't play a perfect game every game. So, we just got to let it warm up a little bit.
And how do you guys feel that this is the last home game for the girls as seniors?
Hey, man, we're seniors too, same class as these seniors, so we've been with them since day one. It's kind of a bittersweet feeling. I'm ready to get out of high school, though.
Yeah, we're all the seniors, we're all pretty close, and just seeing how far everyone's came so far, and from freshman year and how they look now, it's the best season that we've ever had. It just feels pretty good.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much. We can go back to Matt and David now.
All right, thank you, Mazzy. It looked like they tracked down the man wearing the pink bunny suit. Happy to hear his thoughts on the game. He looks very familiar to someone I have in class, but I'm not quite sure with that suit on. But it looks like the fans kind of feel the same way we are, that the Fostoria Redmen have showed some glimpses of being in this game, but they just some costly turnovers. And looks like that one student really caught onto that half-court trap. I believe that's Jamie Jones, who really has an eyeball for maybe he's a coach one day. We never know. So
there you go. He's a great public speaker. We know that, right? And he doesn't shy away from the microphone when given the opportunity. So one of our fine students here at Fostoria. And, I think in the second half, I don't think Fostoria makes a lot of big changes, but I think they do work to kind of move the ball in a little different way. So I think they'll try and go probably 3 high to make sure that they have even more height out of the free throw line there for Overton so that they can actually have a couple better looks. Getting her the ball quicker in those sets out of the half court, I think will make it a little more comfortable. But again, when that ball gets to Overton and she turns around and they have that 3-on-2 in the baseline there, they're just kind of looking around to make the right pass and get a finish. And so they've had a couple of those opportunities that worked out real well. They just got to chain a couple of those together in a row. And as we've seen, when they've made a couple shots, they've actually done a nice job with their own, defensive and being attacking a little bit on the press when they've done that. So, I think they want to get offense and the defense again. And so if they can get a couple buckets to fall, that'll allow them to set up their defense like they like, get under control there. Because I think the other thing was Columbian there got 2 breakaway layups, and then they got a couple of those threes have fallen that they wouldn't normally count on. So I think it's definitely been a little bit more luck going Columbian's way. Some nice shooting from outside, and I think that they are very happy with where the things are right now. And Fostoria just looking to make not necessarily a lot of changes, but just kind of slow it down and get themselves under control.
Okay, thanks, David. I agree 100% with what you're saying. Fostoria, they just got to play better. That's what it comes down to. It looks like Mazzy, our silent reporter, has another interview that she wants to go to, so let's cut to Mazzy.
Okay, I'm here with Mrs. Fleming. How excited are you that it's senior night?
I'm so excited. I'm really excited for these girls. I've known most of them since their freshman year, so it's been pretty awesome to watch them grow as student athletes.
How do you think the game's going so far?
I think it's going well. I think we've got a chance to come back. I think we just need to slow down a little bit, and once they get into the rhythm, I know they'll get it going.
Are you excited that Garyana is going to be breaking the record tonight?
I'm so excited. Yes, I think that's so awesome.
Very excited crowd here today. And then we can go right back to Matt and David. Garyana already did break the record. I'm out of the loop apparently. So exciting. Unofficially. Okay.
Well, David, I think if we kind of continue what you were saying before we cut back to Mazzy, Fostoria's defense is really their best offense, right? They want to get out and transition off those turnovers. And like you said, since they haven't been making many baskets, they haven't been able to set up their defense. And I think that's been a big deal. They themselves haven't been able to set up those traps and those half-court traps like the Tornadoes have. So I think it comes down to forcing those turnovers, making the baskets, and then getting into their defense. And that's kind of where we're at. And just letting them play a little bit looser. Hopefully they come out this half a little bit looser, play a little bit more within themselves, trust their teammates, and just finish shots and make the baskets that are there to be made. Don't force anything that they don't need to force.
Definitely. And, I think if they were looking at their defensive game plan outside of what's happened here, if you look at it, I think they're thrilled. You forced a lot of outside shots. And I think that's what they were looking to do with their game plan. I think they would like to cut down on the transition, opportunities, but you got to cut down on the turnovers on the offensive side of doing that. So, I think, like I said, the defense has been solid. The defensive, when it's been set up, has been suffocating almost inside. They've not scored very often out of the half court outside of those couple three-pointers. So they've relied a lot on those transition buckets, and I think they've definitely been having a really hard time scoring, especially inside against Fostoria's suffocating defense on there. So they'll just look to get that starting group together, get themselves under control, and trust each other a little bit to make the right pass and make some baskets here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we watched that first half, and Columbian's best player, the second leading scorer in the SBC, Dallas Poole, has really been a non-factor so far. And it's the other players that have stepped up, hit some shots. So if Coach Mintz went in with the game plan of shutting number 30 down, that was successful, but it was those other players maybe they didn't account for on the perimeter making those baskets. And for Fostoria, and you think about what the Tornadoes' game plan probably was, they're doing a lot of double teams in the corner. They've really tried to shut out Middlebrooks. And let's see if Coach Mintz can figure out a way to get Middlebrooks coming off some screens, some pin downs, to try to get her some open looks around the arc so she can do what she does best and shoot the ball.
And don't forget, the pressure can sometimes switch in the second half when you got that lead, and suddenly you start getting a little tight because you're just trying to hold that lead and you want this win, but you're just trying to force things a little bit to keep it moving. And that's where I think Fostoria's pressure can kind of start to creep up here.
You're absolutely right. Let's see if the Tornadoes tighten up a little bit. Now coming out with the starters, looks like a couple different starters here for Fostoria. We've got Jenna Johnson, Elisa Middlebrooks, Brooklyn Holman, the new starter for this half, Lyric Johnson, and Garyana Overton.
Not looking ahead too far here, but definitely thinking about this is going forward is Fostoria's district matchup. They've got a matchup in the district at noon a week from Saturday, and they're looking to take that game in down in Bluffton is where they'll be playing, and so we're hoping to have a good turnout for that noon start. Obviously a little early for us, but we're hoping to be able to get a lot of fans down there and out to see us take a shot at winning our district game and keeping it rolling here.
Yeah, what a tough draw, a noon start for a team that has 19 wins so far this season. But they jumped up to Division II this year, so that's new for them. So they'll play a couple bigger schools.
Definitely. Still here by Jenna Johnson and going the other way, and she's right inside for a layup and gets a foul.
That's exactly the way you want to start coming out in the second half, getting a nice, good look at the basket, getting a foul, and maybe getting the Tornadoes into early foul trouble here as they keep attacking the basket.
Looks like a non-shooting foul here, but Johnson doing exactly what we talked about here, just getting into the lane, getting fouled, and just really carefully running the offense in a way that they want to.
Lyric Johnson throws up a shot, trying to draw contact there. Number 4, Mackenzie Davis brings ball up court for the Tornadoes.
Got a look they wanted there, just couldn't quite execute. Another corner look here, goes long for the Tornadoes, and Holman with the rebound and going the other way over to Johnson here. Johnson bringing the ball up the court, and just a little bit more comfortable, looks like, and Lyric inside for a layup, and there we go, we're rolling. 22-14 here in the second half. Columbian and Fostoria.
Now we see them able to set up their defense, and they just look more active when they can set up their defense at the half court. Poole with the push shot. Rebound, Tornadoes. And
give them credit. Tip and Columbia with 2 offensive rebounds right there is a big deal for them. Didn't get the first shot to fall. Got an offensive rebound, got it right back up, and grabbed another offensive rebound. They keep the ball here in an inbounds play on the baseline.
Davis on the perimeter. Long 3. Overton gets the rebound. Looking to push in transition. Ball a little bit too high for Brooklyn Holman.
And a look inside to Poole. Gets her going this half.
A sweet little hook shot off the right hand for Poole.
And a skip pass over to Middlebrooks. Gets her a good look, getting in the lane. And she gets an arm across her and gets a foul.
Middlebrooks with the pro hop into the paint draws a foul. And teams will be quick to jump out on her in that 3-point line, which if she can use that little hesitation, get to the paint, she'll have either a nice look at the basket or draw the foul, which she did there.
There we go. Knocks one in from the line. Always good to see the ball go through the hoop. Kind of gets your confidence. Good to get your confidence going to see one go through the hoop. And 2 there for Middlebrooks. Gets this team rolling again. Fostoria trapping again out of the full court. Oh, and Johnson just coming up on the backside of the trap. Fouls Mackenzie Davis, and that'll be 3 on her here with 5:54 to go in the third.
And that is a big foul, taking your third this early in the third quarter. But they play a zone, and it's easy to fend off fouls. But when you're pressuring a lot, sometimes you pick up those cheap ones. And she might have just picked up her 4th there. She does.
And that's 4 on Lyric Johnson there. Looked like we had a jump ball and just shook out of it, and the call goes against Johnson, so she'll have to sit. Carmen Williams in.
Does not look happy coming off the court. Carmen Williams going to have to really step up for the Redmond team. As we said in the pregame, Lyric is a real Swiss Army knife for this team. She rebounds, she scores inside. So the team will have to step up in her absence. We won't expect to see her until the 4th quarter coming back in.
Columbia with the corner look there, tipped out of bounds. Fostoria will have the ball here. Middlebrooks is going to bring it up here. And it's been pressure from Poole all game, all the full court. And they've been looking to find a Middlebrooks, and we're going to look here just a little bit short.
Looks like that ball was tipped on that 3-point attempt, too.
Good pressure as they obviously know that she's looking for shots, and they just got out there and got a hand up in her face. And
she's really
a little short.
Yeah, she's going to have to use that pump fake, get that defender to jump on it.
Williams with the tip there. Carmen Williams with the tip. Overton takes it away from the Columbian, and Fostoria unfortunately turns it right back over. Carmen Williams with some really active hands right now, tipping everything, and tips it right out of bounds there. Columbian keeps the ball, but the defense is doing what they want. They're staying aggressive. It's an 8-point game here, 24-16 Columbian.
We do have a lot of length inside between Gary Overton and Elisa Middlebrooks. Number 14, Gracie Chester with the shot over Williams for 2, extending the lead back to 10, 26-16. Holman drives baseline, cut off, swings Overton to Middlebrooks, the top of the arc, short, rattles off to the right. Overton on the rebound, draws the foul on the perimeter. She'll take 3 shots to strike.
She won't complain about that at all. They're getting obviously right away. Middlebrooks some more shots. They closed out on her pretty tightly there, and on that one they just closed all the way out on Overton right through her. And she'll get 3 shots here. A much needed opportunity here for Fostoria.
You love the closeout, you love the effort, but giving up 3 free throws, that's not something you want.
Especially in a team that's really struggling to get things going offensively. So Overton with the first here is a big one.
With the second, Overton a 44% free throw shooter. That's going to go off after this at basket. Overton goes 2 from 3 at the line. The Tornadoes with the rebound. Maybe a walk here on the baseline. That's what the fans are saying. Number 4 with the 3-point attempt. Rattles off. Jenna looks to push in transition. She's got a Holman on the fast break. Good defensive play there by Mackenzie Davis for the Tornadoes.
And again, on the fast break, just a little awkward and loose with the ball there. leads to a ball out of bounds here. Stay with Fostoria, but they had a good opportunity to run and just kind of lost control. So
let's see what they have here on the baseline. Overton comes open, kicks back out. Middlebrooks will shoot to 3. She is 0 on the day from the arc. Still looking to make her first one.
We aren't going to stop her from shooting, I'll tell you that.
That's a fact.
The main thing for her is just to keep it going. Don't slow up, don't let up on the shooting, just keep it rolling, and eventually they'll start falling.
Poole, 30 with the dagger from deep, extending the lead to 11.
And it was a nice look. You know, they've been working to get some open looks. And Holman here with the look for Fostoria, and that one falls, cutting it back to 9, 29-20. Tipping Columbian right now. Fostoria able to get in their press here and really get some good ball pressure. Columbian kind of work a little bit here as they move it up. And a block by Overton, kind of starting to get the crowd into a little bit there. You can hear up to Johnson and Middlebrooks here. They kind of reset, slow it down here for a second.
Yeah, this is
good
a point
look inside.
This is a point where when they don't have the transition.
Oh, and Holman from the corner with the big 3. That's a big one. Cut it to 6. 29-23 Columbian. And this press leads to a pass right through the hands of Poole. And Fostoria with the ball right back here. 3:03 to go in the third quarter. And again, like we said, just a 6-point game now. And it's come from everywhere today. It's come from a little bit of defense and a little bit of offense, and just really putting pressure. Now starting to see Columbian get a little tight, and a foul inside on against Columbian, and Carmen Williams will be shooting 2 here.
That was one heck of a possession for Fostoria. You know, you get the 2-point basket, then you get the 3, cutting the lead to 6. Carmen now shooting 2 free throws, looking possibly to cut this lead to 4. Misses the first.
And Fostoria's needed someone to step up. And Holman there with steps in for one, knocks that one down, and then kind of starting to feel it. So she steps out for the next one and hits that one from 3. They needed someone to do it, and she's answered the call here.
Williams makes the back end, cutting the lead to 5. The crowd definitely back in this game.
And they got the press set up just like they wanted to up that made free throw. Overton with the quick reach in there and knocks it right out of bounds. We've got a 5-point game here with about 2:59 to go.
Jason Foose of the Tiffin Columbia Tornadoes calls a 30-second timeout. But this is a good stretch here for the Redmen, for them to get back into the game.
And you're seeing what the kind of team they want to be. They want to keep moving the ball. They know that Middlebrooks is going to draw lots of attention, and so when she's getting the ball's going towards her. There's going to be somebody open. They did a great job here. Holman saying, you know, this is my look. I got to make sure I hit it. And she got back-to-back buckets there. And Fostoria definitely got the momentum right now in the game. So we'll see if Columbian can stay loose and keep it going.
You know, you talk about players having gravity. Middlebrooks is one of those players that have gravity. She pulls defenders to her because of her prolific shooting, and it opens up holes, spots for players like Holman to make those baskets. So let's see if we can keep that going here as we close out the third quarter.
Fostoria back in their zone with Overton up the top of the zone, causing all kinds of havoc when you try and throw interior passes just with that reach. And just giving them a lot of trouble here. Pin them in the corner like this. That's kind of what you want. And a miss from Columbian on the inside there. Holman with the rebound over to Jenna Johnson, and they want to run. They want to keep it moving. And they get the corner look to Middlebrooks here. She gets a little run to the lane and can't quite finish it. But Overton with the rebound. Johnson right back up. No good. Overton with another rebound and gets another rebound after that miss. Blocked and no good on that. And so it's going back to Columbian. But Fostoria able to get in their press. A lot of ball pressure here. Again, causing them just more trouble right now.
Yeah, they're active. They're feeling it. They may have missed some shots in that last possession, but they're active. They're getting those rebounds. They know this game is within reach, and they don't want to let it go.
You can hear the crowd starting to get into it. You know, you can hear that Columbian is really pressing, trying to get this going, and they get a look. Loose ball out of bounds, headed back to Fostoria.
You know, David, you talked about earlier about Columbian possibly tightening up, and it looks like they might be tightening up a little bit, seeing this lead kind of kind of vanish, it really gives the edge to Fostoria here.
I mean, you look at that halftime score, like we said, Fostoria had 12 in the first half. And now they have 14 in the second half. And that's been huge for them to kind of say, this isn't who we are. This isn't going to last the whole game. We're going to get back in it. And they just made a great pass there to Carmen Williams on the interior to get an easy bucket. A much-needed easy bucket.
Good press break here by Columbia, and ball floating in the air. Dumps it off into the paint. Back out to Poole. We're going to get a loose ball foul there on Jenna Johnson there. She a little over-eager in her zone defense.
And Columbia doing what they need to. They're moving the ball appropriately around, and they're just trying to keep it so that they are in control, looking for a good shot. And they had Fostoria over to the right side way too far there and got the ball with a cross-court pass, and it reset it. And Johnson's just a little bit too far of a reach. That's 3 on her, so I kind of have to just be aware of that.
But she is definitely not someone you want to come off the court right now.
A shot from Columbian for 3, no good. Poole rebound back to them, and they've really done a nice job on the offensive boards.
Gariana with those long arms just eats up so much space on the inside.
A pass up the middle, Brooks, and she wants to make a dribble move and just throws it right into the arms of Columbian. And the crowd getting in the head over here at Columbian. There's no 40 seconds left in the quarter. The crowd counting down, and Columbian just takes a shot. And 37 seconds to go here in the quarter. It's a 3-point game.
Little home field advantage there, and hey, that's why you invite the students to the game. Overton gets grabbed by Al-Zaprani.
A good push by Johnson to kind of keep them off track there. Like we said, they don't want them to get in that press. And they're in the press. That's when they have problems. So she kind of rushes up, gets an interior pass to Overton, and Overton gets fouled again.
Let's see what Mintz draws up here with 30 seconds left coming out of the side.
They got a side out here. Middlebrook's throwing the pass, so look for the ball. Maybe to come right back to her in a second here.
Poole at midcourt. Holman with the three-point attempt blocked. Karma trapped in the corner. Somehow gets it to Overton. Middlebrook's right underneath the basket.
There we go.
And it's a 1-point game with 17 seconds left.
And we're more trouble with the press here from this Columbian team. Just really not comfortable at all in this press. Ball gets knocked away as they come all the way down the court.
Brooklyn Holman sprinted down the sideline and caused that turnover by Columbian. Gotta love the effort there.
That's what you gotta have. Holman stepping up huge in this game. Tipping passes, making those shots, doing exactly what she needs to do. Big turnover. 6 seconds here to go in this quarter. 1-point game. Fostoria after being down by 12 at half. 4 seconds.
Columbian, no fouls to give here. Maybe rushes the three-point attempt.
Yeah.
But we're going to get a foul here. As the clock expires, Karma Williams will shoot 2 points. 2 shots, I mean.
Karma looking cool as the other side of the pillow out there, getting that rebound and just toss it right back up, knowing she's getting fouled. And she'll shoot 2 here with a chance after that halftime to give us the lead.
Just misses down in and out.
We're jinxing it. We got to back it off. I don't know. Maybe it's us, man. We got to calm it down.
Silky smooth for the second one. Guys, we got ourselves a tie game, 29-all after 3 quarters.
And then honestly, when you're talking about what we want to get out of this quarter, it was a slow start. It was still tight, and they got themselves back into it, got going, and finally started to see some good things happen on the offense, and that just started to kind of just snowballing into a great turn here in this game, as now we've got a tie game after really looking like Fostoria was in trouble for a while there.
If you're Craig Mintz, you couldn't have asked for a better third quarter. They played with energy. They played with some pizzazz. They made baskets, finally got some to fall through, and really turned up the defense and got the ball into transition, just like they wanted to the entire game.
And 17-5 in that quarter. I mean, really, your defense did what you wanted. You locked down what was happening from Columbian there. They really weren't able to be efficient at all. They had tons of trouble with the press. Everything you were hoping to have happen there going your way. Now, you're okay to kind of give Lyric Johnson some time to make sure she doesn't have to worry about those fouls and kind of wait to bring her in for a few minutes here and have her ready to come in and give all that energy at the end of the game right when you really want it most.
Yeah, let's see how Columbian comes out and see if they're still playing a little tight on their heels a little bit. They can't be happy about squandering that lead of theirs. Let's see where we go. Gariana early. 1-on-2 fast break. Draws the foul with the layup attempt. And she'll be shooting 2 shots from the stripe.
It's all going the right way for Fostoria. The crowd in there, right behind them. A chance here for Overton to get a couple free throws. A nice steal there off the top. And again, like we said, Overton's role at the top of that zone is to do exactly that. Get her hands out, be active, make it impossible to throw those simple passes. And she just lulls you into that sense of, I don't really need to work that hard to make this pass, and takes it away.
It's just with her length, with her quickness, it's very hard to get a pass anywhere into the paint, especially at the top of the key. She makes the second one, and Fostoria has the lead 30-29 with 7:50 left in the fourth period.
And Fostoria out there with Jenna Johnson, Gariana Overton, Middlebrooks, Carmen Williams, and Amaja Poole right now. A corner 3 for Columbian is off. Williams with the rebound. And Carmen just comes right up the court. Johnson with a good look over here. Columbian still looking to trap and get those opportunities just to try and lock Middlebrooks down.
We're going to get a jump ball here as a tie-up on Middlebrooks. Looks like Fostoria will retain possession.
And you got what you wanted there. You got the ball to Middlebrooks, and she's doing fine. Just a good job on the defense there to bring 2 to her immediately. That's what they wanted to do, and that's what they got.
The lob out of the baseline. Pick out to Poole.
Great look from Poole, though. And it doesn't go. Columbian with the ball, and Fostoria just looking to give a little pressure, and now back into their zone, just like they like. Overton right at the top of it. And Columbian with a shot in the corner, blocked by Middlebrooks.
And you can tell that Fostoria is not, they're seeing the pressure, they're playing it much better here at the third quarter and now the fourth quarter. They're not walking into that trap, and they're getting the looks that they want. Oh, costly turnover there as Mackenzie Davis goes on the fast break, right-handed layup.
And it's a tough one. Williams had that ball in her hands, it just popped right out. And we're just watching them get back into this trap and just managing this trap. Johnson handling the ball definitely right now with a beautiful up and under there for 2 more for Fostoria, giving them the lead again, 32-31. 6:22 to go here in the fourth.
That was one heck of a shot by Jenna Johnson there with a reverse layup in traffic. Gotta love that.
Carmen Williams again with another deflection with the steal on an interior pass, and it's a huge deal for Fostoria to keep having those possessions go to waste. Johnson all the way to the rack with a little flourish there at the rim, giving Fostoria a 34-31 lead now with 5:59 to go, and timeout Columbian, trying to find an answer at this point.
Columbian takes the full timeout after the silky smooth Euro step by Jenna Johnson.
And Johnson now starting to get into it. Johnson really feeling like when she's getting the ball, she can make plays. And again, all that attention going to Middlebrooks has just looked for other open opportunities. They had a good look here with Williams just knocked out of Carmen's hands, and the opportunities are there. They just gotta kind of move the ball around and not worry too much about Middlebrooks getting the shots as much as just giving the open looks of the team. And what a great team! Showing so far tonight. Middlebrooks almost nothing on the scoreboard, but the team is right where they want to be here, up 3 with 5:59 to go. And you've basically given confidence to the rest of the squad to come out and say, you're ready. Everyone out here who's on the court right now, we trust, we got confidence in you, and be ready to shoot.
Yeah, it's been a great team game so far. A lot of people here in this third quarter, fourth quarter have contributed. Carmen Williams coming off the bench. Brooklyn Holman making baskets. So Middlebrooks may not have scored, but she has definitely had an impact on this game.
Columbian with the inbounds here, going full court. So we got the full court press here from Fostoria. A good trap here looking, and another deflection from Carmen Williams leads to a turnover. Amaja Poole bringing it up.
Looks like she kicked the ball off her left foot there,
Good
out
defense,
of bounds.
Just dribbling about 3 defenders, just kind of out of control, and just bounced off her foot and out of bounds. So, but they'll set the trap up again and look for it again. Look for that same exact thing. Trying to look for that pass deflection they want.
Really got one there with that.
And this one does get across half court for Columbian.
Gets the ball into the paint, back out, tipped back out to Poole. The running right-hander misses the bunny inside. Poole puts it back up, scores the basket. We're 34-33, Fostoria Redmond up 1 point.
To be honest, that's been the problem all game. It's just the rebounds. Not having that ability to get those offensive boards or defensive boards. None of them.
Middlebrooks on the perimeter drives in. Maybe a travel in the paint. Gets fouled on the floor. That's the Tornadoes' 9th team foul, so she'll be shooting a 1-and-1 here with Fostoria up 1.
And that's been the big deal now is with 9 fouls, Fostoria's going to have to make free throws on the way out. And so far this game, they've had a hard time with that. So we'll see if they can lock in. But again, another chance for Middlebrooks here to kind of get herself back, get her shot going.
Just short on that first one. Carmen Williams with the rebound off the free throw attempt. Kicks out to Poole. Poole loses the ball. Maybe not a great pass initially. And we're going to get a foul here on Fostoria. Poole with the foul on her. That's her first. Fostoria's team 4th.
And there we go with Lyric Johnson coming back in now with 5 minutes to go. Another great effort play by Williams getting that offensive board, but just made just the wrong pass and turns it over here. So Tiffin Columbian coming this way, down 1, 34-33. Fostoria is up at this point. 5 minutes to go. And we got the zone set up here in the half court for Fostoria.
That time. Poole with her own reverse layup, driving baseline, and the Tornadoes take a lead, 35-34. Liv Johnson looking for Jenna Johnson on the arc. Jenna was thinking something else and cut to the baseline. Ball goes out of bounds, Tornadoes ball.
And like you said before, Matt, that did exactly what it wanted. It got them moving a little bit quicker with that zone, with that trap. And Fostoria pushed into a turnover, just rushed a little bit too much. Same thing can be said here on the other end, as we have Columbia trying to deal with this zone from Fostoria. But they get a look inside for Gracie Chester, and she gets fouled, and will shoot 2 here at the line. They are up 1 here. It's Tiffin Columbian up 35-34 with 4:28 to go in the game.
Chester, 44% free throw shooter, shoots the front end, makes it. Extending the lead to 2 for the Tornadoes.
So again, on the court now, Overton, Lyric Johnson, Middlebrooks, Carmen Williams, and Jenna Johnson for Fostoria.
Chester sinks them both, making the lead 3. Jenna Johnson bringing the ball up court, beating a little half-court pressure. Lyric kicks out into the paint, back to her, draws the foul, and that's a good bit of passing there by the Redmond.
Good ball movement there again. Going to need to be free throws here for Fostoria. Out there right now for Columbia, we've got Mackenzie Davis. That's for Davis. We've got Miriam Alazaquani out there. We've got Maggie Rannigan, Dallas Pohl, and Lexi Smith out there for Columbian. So
Lyric sinks the first one, cutting the lead to 2. Fostoria will be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way here. Carmen Williams, big rebound off the miss, kicks out to Middlebrooks.
just tons of effort plays here from Williams, making a huge impact.
Turns the ball over there. She spun into the paint.
Good look up the court there as Columbian rushes up a little bit.
Poole kicks out to Alazaquani. Sinks.
Nails it.
Sinks the three, pushing the lead to 5 with about 3:45 left in the game. Now, this is not a point where Fostoria can start to press. A lot of ball game left here.
And a steal from Fostoria under the hoop. Back to Johnson, relaxing, slowing down here. Controlling the ball. A look for Middlebrooks here from the left side. Steal goes off. And a rebound for Columbian, bringing it up here. 3:14 to go. Great effort here still from Fostoria on defense as they keep pushing this press. 3:08 to go. Columbian up 5, 40-35.
Get a kick ball there by Overton. Tornadoes will get the ball from the side.
We talked about it. The defense has been here.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a little bit of just consistently looking to make those free throws. Some offensive rebounds. Some nice work here. And Columbia just going to look to run some clock probably here at this point.
That's what it looks like they're going to do.
Lead late.
Gets the ball in the paint. Alzaquani with the 2-point attempt. Sinks it to push the lead to 7 with 2:45 left. Looks like Fostoria is trying to make a concerted effort to get the ball to Middlebrooks.
Middlebrooks goes into the lane there with the foul, with no foul, just a shot attempt that gets knocked away there by Columbian. Ball out, baseline here. Middlebrooks with the inbound for Fostoria.
Middlebrooks got the ball on the left wing. Overton sets the screen. Drives right hand. Kicks out to Overton. Overton with the 3-point attempt.
In and
out.
Carmen Williams again with the hustle play, but doesn't get a little bit too much and fouls it. Fouls Mackenzie Davis.
That's Fostoria's 16th foul. The next foul they commit, the Tornadoes will be shooting the 1-and-1.
Fostoria setting up a trap again in the half court, or trying to on this full court press. Carmen Williams with the steal. Big play here.
Poole to Middlebrooks. Back out to Poole. Poole takes the 3
and nails
the
it.
Basket.
That makes
cutting the lead to 4.
42-38 with 2:05 to go. Columbia with the ball, trying to break this press again. Just having a terrible time with it. Working really hard here to try and get this ball up the court.
Davis extends. Throws the ball into the first row of the stands.
And this pressure that Fostoria's had all game has been here. They just had to set it up, and they got another make, get a chance to set it up, and they're right where they want to be here. Looking a little tense, but both sides are tense right now, let's be honest.
It's a close game coming down.
Really aggressive, really tense right now. Just trying to make sure that they are bringing what they want, their best opportunities here.
Hey! Oh! Poole with back-to-back threes. Clutch as always, cuts the lead to 1 with 1:30 left on the clock.
And Alzaquani throws it out of bounds on a cross-court pass. Columbian just trying to get themselves calmed down here as they are just amped up beyond belief. After just having a 7-point lead, disappeared down to 1. They're up 1, but it's 1:35 to go. Fostoria has the ball. Crowd is into it. They're confident here. Poole has come in and just given them a huge spark here with a couple of big dagger threes. And now we'll see if they can finish the job.
Now, Fostoria's got to play within themselves on this last couple possessions. Okay, they can't cough it up, get good looks. They've been there. Poole with another attempt. Air balls it short. Alzaquani with the rebound underneath the rim.
But Fostoria again able to set up their press. Slowly looking to move the ball to the court.
Gets the ball back out.
And we got 1:12 to go. Columbian with the ball and the tip by Fostoria pushes him back court.
Poole dribbling. Nice bit of passing from Tiffin.
3-point game here with 56 seconds. Fostoria calls timeout. Fostoria just missing every tip on those traps and couldn't quite tip the ball right way back to themselves. So Columbia now with the 3-point lead, 55 seconds to go here. Matt, what an awesome game we got.
This is something else. We didn't know what to expect coming in. Obviously, you look at the records. You see Fostoria's 19-1. You see Columbia's 9-11, so you think it might be a little bit lopsided, but Columbia's really played well today. Fostoria came back, made this into a game, took the lead briefly. Columbians got the lead back. And we just saw a 7-point swing, and now Tiffin's made a couple baskets here in a row. Really good bit of passing to break that last press to get the wide open basket under the rim. Fostoria's really got to get back on that zone trap just to give a body there at the paint.
And, I mean, now Fostoria gets to do what they do best. This is where they got to execute on offense, right? This is what they've been known for this year, and being able to hit shots like this. Obviously, Lyric Johnson not really having a great game. Poole coming in, give them a big shot of energy there. When you're just going to look again, I think you use Middlebrooks here as a decoy again and try and get some buckets. And we're at 10 fouls. A foul either way gets free throws. So we're going to see who can make the free throws here at the end. That's for sure.
That's a definite point. That's what Coach Mintz draws up coming out of the full timeout. Fostoria takes the ball out on the opposing sideline. Jenna Johnson bringing the ball up. Oh, Columbian with the trap. But Fostoria gets it off the loose ball. Poole with the layup off of the turnover, cuts the lead to 1. 30 seconds left. Columbian with the ball. I'm hearing some fire calls from Coach Mintz.
30 seconds to go here. Oh, wow. Big follow on that offensive rebound with 25 seconds to go here for Tiffin Columbian. Pushes it back to a 3-point lead. And a free throw to follow here for Lexi Smith, who's had a huge game for them late, crushing it on the boards all game long. They've really been dominating the rebound game, and that's led to more opportunities like this.
Lexi Smith looking to extend the lead to 4 with the free throw. Makes it. Cold as ice on that make. Fostoria down 4, 26 seconds left. They need a basket, they need it fast.
And right back for
draws the foul. Draws the foul, makes the basket. Looking for the and one attempt here to cut the lead back to 1.
Did take 10 seconds off the clock there. We're at 19.9 now. Timeout Fostoria. Poole with 1 free throw after the timeout. Hey, we just keep getting gifted more and more of these awesome moments here.
When you think it's over, it comes back.
So 47-45 Columbian right now with Poole to shoot 1 free throw after the timeout. And again, even if they get called a timeout after this and they can bring the ball up, they've got to get through this press one more time. They've really got to get through this press one more time without anything happening. You might see Fostoria really try and get a press quick, and if they can, if they break it, you'll see a foul probably from Fostoria to get save as much clock as possible for a chance to make another possession here. Really, because even if you make this free throw, it's still a 1-point game. If you miss, you might see Cian Williams here doing what she's been doing this whole game, is battling that offensive board, see if she can grab a rebound here. So, make or miss, this could be the biggest play of the game just because of what might happen if there is, in fact, a miss.
Now, what Fostoria wants here is for Poole to make this basket so they can set up their half-court press. If Columbian breaks it, we're probably looking for an instant foul there. But there's always a chance that she misses.
So we run out Overton, Carmen Williams, we've got Amijah Poole, we've got Alicia Middlebrooks and Jenna Johnson for Fostoria.
Now the rebound is big. Let's see if Columbian can check out in case of a miss. It looks like Coach Mintz wanted Poole to miss the shot, but you've got to hit the rim in order to be eligible to get that rebound. Just goes out as a dead ball, baseline out of bounds.
And they're openly, we're looking for the home run pass there, and it wasn't there.
And we get the foul on Alza Kwani with 17-8 left.
Plenty of time here, honestly, plenty of time. You got 2 timeouts left. 17 seconds. That's a world of time right now. So we're going to see if Alza Kwani can come here. That's 8 fouls, so 1 and 1 still, yeah?
Yep. Alza Kwani, a 66% free throw shooter on the year. Misses, but Columbian gets the rebound. A huge board by Gracie Chester underneath the basket.
And like all game long, that's what's been there. They've been really hustling. They've been getting those kind of boards. So we'll see if they can finish this. But now we got Chester here at the line. Again, a 1 and 1. Fostoria's got to get this board if it's a miss.
Overton gets the board. Poole pokes it out of bounds. Fostoria get the ball on the sideline with 12.8 seconds left, down 2, 47-45.
Got to come the whole way up here. Back to Johnson real quick. And a pass over, turns it over. Foul here with 5.9 to go.
And that was our 10th foul, so Columbian will be shooting 2. A chance to extend the lead to 4.
On the line here, Mackenzie Davis, 44% shooter for the season. But you're going to get 2 free throws. You got timeouts.
Misses the front end. Gives life to Fostoria here, but they still have to secure a rebound if she misses the second.
Timeout immediately to get the rebound here. Wins the rebound.
Mintz gets the timeout as the ball is being passed.
Williams with a huge rebound, giving them life. Giving them life here with 2.5 seconds to go.
Now, what I would suspect, Dave, is that he's going to want to draw up some sort of play for Middlebrooks, come off a screen or a pin down. But then again, could use Middlebrooks as a decoy to open up maybe Poole for a shot or another one of his players.
And if we're looking at what they just said, they're going to have to go 3/4 court with this ball. So they're going to have to get the ball up into the front court. Likely going to see a three here, just because of the distance away from the rim. So we'll see how this goes. But like you said, I like the thought, if you can get yourself into a spot where you can maybe get a decoy and get a break to the rim, that might be an ideal situation here.
Yeah, bringing the ball up from 3/4 court. Definitely not what you wanted, but they needed to get the timeout as soon as possible, so that's just what happens. Coach Mintz still has 1 timeout left. Columbian has 2 timeouts left. Fostoria down 2, 45-47, 2.5 left on the clock.
Your high IQ play here might be to just foul right away.
Definitely,
before you get a shot off.
It's definitely possible.
We've got our final 2.5 seconds of action here, maybe.
Poole is going to be the inbounder. Poole putting the hard press on Poole. Okay, Coach Mintz calls a 30-second timeout.
And just one more chance to kind of go over it. Get a chance to see.
Actually, a full timeout, take that back. So we got a full 60 seconds for the coaches to draw up a play.
And so we got 2.5 to go here. 2.5 seconds. I mean, honestly, incredible basketball game tonight. Great crowd. Fostoria had 12 points at half. Now has 45. Sitting here with the chance with the ball to steal this one, or at least get themselves to overtime.
Absolutely.
Again, going 3/4 court. You got a ways to go here, so they got a play drawn up for that. They called a 30. It was switched over. Columbian took a full just to kind of make sure they could have enough time to sit on this and think through it. Going to be a really interesting idea here to see if they can execute, because this is tough to go.
Yes.
3/4 court in 2.5 seconds, and you might have the home clock, but that's still not a very long time.
Now the refs did call a foul at the very end of the third quarter as time expired, so definitely possible to do that again. Now I wouldn't expect that, but Fostoria definitely needs an open look. They have time to get a few dribbles in. Poole inbounding.
We've got a ball here that was thrown in. It goes over by Middlebrooks. It touches off one of them, and the call is that Columbian will get the ball. Columbian will get the ball here with 0.1 left. Not enough time for a shot, and that's it. Columbian with the upset here, 47-45 in Fostoria.
And Columbian escapes with a victory on Fostoria's senior night. They may have lost this game, but they played with a lot of heart. If you had told me at the end of that first half and they looked pretty dead in the water to come back, take the lead at one point in the fourth quarter, they got to be proud. It's obviously not the final outcome they wanted, but they could have just let up and let this game get away from, but they played to the very end.
And the story of the game is the first half. The story of the game for sure, the first half in this one, right? You outscore them by 8 in the second half if you're Fostoria. You win that second half battle 33-25. You take care of business that way. It's just that first half where they just didn't come out quite ready. Senior night, like you talked about, tough. But they really couldn't find. They took a long time to figure out who was going to be able to kind of hit shots for them and get buckets, and just a tough finish here as we see the Redmen lose their second game of the season, 47-45 to Tiffin Columbian.
Yeah, and we kind of just look at what happened for Fostoria. You said the first half definitely not what they wanted. Lyric Johnson in foul trouble for the majority of the game, especially in the third quarter there. Lisa Middlebrooks went without a 3 this game, which is not something for her, but then again, she did not play the last game, so once again, she could have been playing a little bit under the weather. But other people stepped up, and I think we mentioned earlier, going into tournament play, seeing those other players step up is really important for the team, right? Knowing you can rely on others. Brooklyn Holman had a nice game. Meiser Poole hit some really big shots. That's confidence for her going forward in the team, knowing that they can rely on her in those situations where maybe someone isn't available at that time.
And just at this point, this doesn't define your season. You have the ability here to look back on this and say, we've had a great year. We've lost 2 games now. We still have everything in front of us, right? We still have our wins record in front of us. We still have, the opportunity to go and get this conference title on Thursday against Otsego. You just got to kind of wash this one out and come back on Thursday extra fired up and ready to roll, and just, get your mind right, get yourselves ready, because then a week, you got about a week, about 10 days from that game into their district game. So it's a lot of time to kind of sit on this. So you got to really kind of push it out and focus on that next game and be ready to go again. So,
yeah, like we said, Fostoria, this is the most winningest team in school history and program history with 19. They'll play again on Thursday against Otsego, a 3-17 team, 2-10 in the NBC. If they win that game, they can claim a share of the Northern Buckeye Conference crown and get a conference championship for this school, which would be really important. Once again, Woodmore, also 12-1 in the league. They play Eastwood, and if Woodmore wins, and they would obviously share it. If they lose, then Fostoria would have the conference championship outright. But either way, Fostoria is in control of their own destiny here in terms of a conference title. So they play again on Thursday, and that's kind of where we go to next, is if they can make that, and like David said, into tournament play for Division II.
And I mean, obviously at this point, you're looking at what you can do. So, if you're coach right now, if you're Coach Craig Mintz, you've got the billboard material you've been looking for. We haven't lost in quite a long time. Let's get ourselves refocused. So next week, we've got, for Fostoria, they've got to bye in the first round of playoffs. So they'll play the winner of St. Mary's Memorial and Van Wert at that noon game on 2/18. So that's the 18th next Saturday, down in Bluffton. And, just kind of having this time to kind of reset and say, here's what we did well, here's what we didn't do well. That second half, if we play like that second half team, we're set. We're in great position to have, everything in front of us and just go out and execute like we know we're able to. So, it's not over. One loss, or obviously the second loss here does not change the whole year's success. Tough to lose on senior night, but a great team and a great program this year that's really on the rise, and you definitely saw that tonight. Poole, Holman really stepping up and getting buckets in those minutes when we really needed that to happen, and so that was a really cool thing to see those guys take that leadership tonight and step into those roles and be ready to shoot.
Yeah, you definitely love seeing the underclassmen step up. It gives Coach Craig Mintz something to look forward to in the future next year and years forward. And if there's anything to really take away from a loss like this, is just it helps the team know that, hey, you are beatable when you're at your full complement. So you just have to work a little bit harder, right? You just can't take a game off here or there against a team with a lower record than you. It doesn't stop. A team like Columbian coming in with a losing record, okay, maybe you think you don't have to play as well and still come out with the victory. So this helps them know that, hey, we might be good, but other teams are good too, regardless of what their record is. Not everyone plays the same set of teams, so it's important for all those girls to know that, hey, no matter what the score is, no matter what the team is, you always have to play your best.
So we talked about, this program has been a really, since the early 2000s, when they were, set that record in 2003 and 2004 season with that 18 wins, they'd really just kind of struggled through. They've had a couple highs of 10 wins, maybe 9 wins, and, even last year, they were 11-win team. You kind of started to see that what they've been doing is starting to actually, bear fruit. And like we said, the young group, you're seeing tonight, we're going to see great teams going forward. We're going to see competitive teams going forward. Columbian came here. You obviously saw that they had 3 players who we held in check for most of the game, did a really good job with them, and they had their other players step up as well. So I think from the defensive standpoint, you did see some breakdowns like you're going to normally see in games. But, if you would have said that you're really going to hold those 3 players in check for most of the game, you're going to feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, for sure. If you hold Dallas Poole in check, who came in the second leading scorer in the SBC, and she had a couple shots there towards the end, but held in check for the majority of the game. You would think maybe you would come out victorious, but obviously the way they played in the first half, and they did have some turnovers there late that really hurt them. But so did Columbian. The ball bounces both ways. So you just have to take advantage of what's there, and they got to move on. You got to put this one in the past. You got to play the next game, because the next game is a league game, and that one really matters for them in their season. Before we leave today, I just want to thank everyone that helped make this production possible. Our executive producer up in the box, Matt Swarchek, helped put this all on, helped run all the cable and all of the wires, got this thing going. We'd like to thank our camera person, Shay Barnett, up in the crow's nest up there. Candy O'Donnell keeping our score straight for us. Marion Ortiz helping up there also. Without everyone's help, we definitely could have not have make this thing happen. And we'd like to say we're going to do this again for the boys' senior night on Monday against Elmwood. And I almost forgot, we could thank our sideline reporter, Mazzy Hamilton. She'll be back with us again on Monday as well. And for everyone that tuned in and watched, we appreciate it. We appreciate all the comments. Help us maybe get closer to our mics a little bit. But hey, we can't do this without you. We do this for the fans, and we're happy to put on the show. We'll be happy to put it on again on Monday for the boys' senior night. Hopefully you join us then, and maybe in the future we can put on a couple more of these. But we want to thank everyone that helped out today. We want to thank everyone that watched.
And with that, I think, Matt, it's we're grateful for this opportunity for sure that we've got to do this. I think the team appreciates just all the publicity they've got this year, and that's been really cool. So we're glad for this opportunity and glad we could support the team in this way. Obviously didn't get a win tonight, but hopefully that'll be the case going forward.
On to the next one, right? So signing off, I'm Matt Honstein.
And I'm David St. Louis.
Have a nice rest of your night. God bless, and hopefully see you on Monday.